discussed about function, types of function, and how to define a user-defined function. User-defined function contains function 3 elements: function declaration, function definition, function call. So each function must be declared before defining. So we declare function in the global declaration section, call the function usually in main, and in the subprogram section we are defining the function. So, while defining the function or declaring the function, we will give the data type, function name, and inside the parenthesis argument list. So now we'll see the categories of function. There are 4 categories: function with argument and function with no argument and no return value, function with argument and no return value, function with argument and with return value, function with no argument but with a return value. First we'll see function with no argument and no return value. So while declaring the function, we are not, the data type is mentioned as void and function name, and inside the parenthesis there is no value is passed. Here in this category there is no communication between calling program and called program. Calling program is where we call the function, and called program is function definition. So there is no value is passed through function to the function definition, and again no return value. So there is no value transfer to the calling program. So there is no data transfer between calling program and called function. So in this category there is no return value. So there the return type is mentioned as void and function name. Inside the parenthesis we are not giving any argument. See the example here. Function add is declared before main, and in the main add function is called. So function is not assigned to any value, and no arguments. So next, in the function definition section, you are inputting 2 numbers, calculating the sum and printing the sum. While closing the function definition, that means end of the function, again the control will go back to the main. So there is no data transfer or no value is transferred from main or calling program to called program, that is function definition. Next category we will see function with argument and no return value. So function with argument, here more than one or more than one argument is passed through the function, and no return value. From the function definition, no value is transferred to the calling program or function call. So there is one-way data communication. From the calling program, data is transferred to function definition, but from the function definition there is no value is transferred to calling program. See the example. So there is no return value, so void is given here, and add function name and 2 integer values are passed here. Next, in the calling program you have to declare this two variables and input the value and call the function, add function, and pass these 2 parameters. See the function definition. Here also return type is void, function name, and 2 integer values, int x and int y. So for x value of a is copied to x, value of b is copied to y. So now x takes the value of a, y takes the value of b. So there is a data transfer from calling program to called program. Next, here sum is calculated in the function definition section, and the sum is returned back. When the end of the function reaches, it go back to add calling program. So here one-way data communication from the calling program, data is transferred to called program. There is no value, no return value. That means no data transfer from function definition or called program to calling program. Next, function with argument and with return value. So this term itself tells function with argument. So you need to give the data type int, float or character. So if we give void, no value. So here with argument and with return value. So here function passes the value and called function returns the value. So from the function definition, value is returned to calling function or calling program. So there is two-way data communication. So in the function call, we are passing argument, and also function definition returns a value to the calling program or calling function, that is main. Here you see the example. So now you know function with argument and with return value, two-way data transfer, that is function from the we are passing the argument and function definition returns the value. So same add function is written like this. We have integer return value, function name, and two integer values are passed through the function to the function definition. So we have to input the value, and we have to print the result in the calling function itself. And here we are declaring two variable, inputting two values, and you have to assign the function returns a value. So we have to give a variable to take the value. So s is equal to and add function and two integer values, and printing the sum, that is s takes the sum calculation is in the function definition section. So make a correction here in the function definition. It is typing mistake. It is int. So function call int add int comma int. Then you are passing two values. S is equal to a, add a comma b. So s takes the return value. So return value is assigned to s, and that s is printed here. So here void add int x int y. It is not void. Int add int x comma int y. Make that correction. Int add int x comma y. Always function return type of function declaration, function call, function definition should be matched. Same way argument in the declaration section, function call and function definition must match in count, type and order. So here in the function definition section, make the correction. It is void add int x int, not void int add int x comma int y. So return type is int. Add is the function name. X takes the value of a, y takes the value of b. That means value of a is copied to x, value of b is copied to y. Then yes, sum is calculated here, and return yes, returning a value. It is here where we call the function So S is add a comma b. The value returned from the function definition will store in S, copy it to S. So when we print S, it will print the sum of two given numbers. So here there is two-way data communication, function with argument and with return value. So function with the argument, that means it passes the value to the function definition or called program. We have function with return value also. So from the function definition or called function, value is passed to returned to function call or calling function. Next, functions with no argument but with return value. So here also one-way data transfer with no argument. So there is no value inside the parenthesis. So no value is passed to calling program to called function. So function call does not take any argument. Even in declaration we are not mentioning any argument. In the function definition also we are not mentioning any argument. So calling function does not pass any value to the called function. So there is no data transfer between calling function and called function. Again, from the function definition section, value is returned to main or calling function or function call.